Пизда.
Over the past few weeks, Ukraine came to us and asked for the authorization to use weapons that we're providing to defend against this aggression, including against Russian forces that are massing on the Russian side of the border and then attacking into Ukraine. That went right to the president, and as you've heard, he's approved the use of our weapons for that purpose.
I'm not sure that for today we have possibility to use these jets on the territory of Russia. We will see. We began to speak about it, and I said that I think that using any weapon, Western kind of weapon, on the territory of Russia, it's the question of time. I think so.
Well, the UK is once again absolutely leading the way in how we support Ukraine. The announcement by the Prime Minister that we will give £3 billion every year for as long as is necessary, and we've just really emptied all we can in terms of gifting equipment, and the biggest amount of equipment we've been able to give so far, and some of that is arriving today. How to use these weapons? They're defending their country. They were elite. In terms of what the Ukrainians do, in our view, it is their decision about how to use these weapons. They're defending their country. They were illegally invaded by Putin, and they must take those steps. We don't discuss any caveats that we put on those things, but let's be absolutely clear. Russia has launched an attack into Ukraine, and Ukraine absolutely has the right to strike back at Russia.
Представители стран НАТО, особенно в Европе, особенно в малых странах, они должны вообще отдавать себе отчет, с чем они играют.
Vladimir Putin warned the West on Tuesday that NATO members in Europe were playing with fire by proposing to let Ukraine use Western weapons to strike inside Russia. While on a trip to Uzbekistan, the Russian president told reporters on Tuesday that such strikes could trigger a global conflict. Putin also emphasized that many NATO member countries have small land areas and dense populations, which was a, quote, factor that they should keep in mind before talking about striking deep into Russian territory. NATO Security General Jens Stoltenberg recently told The Economist that alliance members should let Ukraine strike deep into Russia with Western weapons, a view supported by some NATO members. Here's French President Emmanuel Macron following a joint security session in Germany on Tuesday.
Les missiles.
We tell them, we're supplying you with weapons, but you can't defend yourselves. We stay exactly within the same framework. We think that we should allow them to neutralize the military sites from which the missiles are fired.
German Chancellor Olaf Scholz said he agreed with Macron, and that as long as Ukraine followed international law and respected the conditions given by countries that supplied the weapons, it was allowed to defend itself. The deadliest land war in Europe since World War II is escalating into what diplomats say is its most dangerous phase to date. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky recently chided Ukraine's Western allies for not providing enough military support to rebuff Russian attacks, and for prohibiting Ukraine from using Western-provided weapons to strike missile launchers inside Russia. Russia's recent advances have triggered a debate in the West about what else it can do after giving Kyiv hundreds of billions of dollars in aid, weapons, and intelligence. The United States has so far not gone as far as some European allies. Here's U.S. National Security Council spokesman John Kirby on Tuesday.
We're aware of the interest that President Zelensky has expressed in this regard. I would tell you that there's no change to our policy at this point. We don't encourage or enable the use of US-supplied weapons to strike inside Russia.
Kremlin officials say Moscow's patience is wearing thin after repeated Ukrainian attacks on Russian cities, oil refineries, and, in recent days, even against elements of its nuclear early warning system.
Как известно, в ходе визита в Киев Кэмерон заявил в интервью агентству Reuters, что, цитата, «прямая Украины, как он сказал, есть право наносить удары по территории России с применением британского вооружения». Было ли это неудачной попыткой сампиара или дезавуированием позиции официальной? Вы знаете, пусть они там сами разбираются. А может быть, кстати говоря, это в том числе и привело к какому-то своему внутреннему политическому кризису. Пусть разбираются с этим эксперты внутри Соединенного Королевства. Мы свои выводы из этого эпизода сделали, мы его зафиксировали. И в заявлении МИД России от 6 мая прямо предупредили, что ответом на украинские удары с применением британского оружия по территории нашей страны могут стать любые военные объекты и техника Британии на территории Украины и за ее пределами.